Hello and welcome. I'm Blair Blackwell, and this is the Daily Cyber Brief. Here's today's rundown of the biggest cybersecurity stories you need to know today. Good day. This is the Daily Cyber Brief for December 26th. Here's what's moving the security landscape. Long-tail fallout from the LastPass breach fueling crypto thefts. Active exploitation and urgent patching around VPNs and databases. And a wave of campaigns that blend into trusted tools, from signed Mac apps to fake GitHub exploits. We'll start with incidents and breaches. TRM Labs says the 2022 LastPass breach is still paying off for criminals. Encrypted vault backups stolen back then are being cracked where master passwords were weak, and crypto assets have been siphoned as recently as late 2025. The firm points to likely Russian cybercriminal involvement. It's a stark reminder that password manager compromises can echo for years, especially where older vaults and weak secrets intersect with motivated attackers. On vulnerabilities and patches, Fortinet is warning of fresh abuse of a 5-year-old FortiOS SSL VPN flaw, CVE 2020-12-812, that under certain configurations can bypass the second factor at login. Separately, MongoDB urged immediate updates for a high-severity remote code execution issue that could be a magnet for opportunistic attacks. CISA also added a Digivir network video recorder bug, CVE 2023-52163, to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog, a post-authentication command injection with real-world exploitation, and published an updated ICS advisory for Mitsubishi Electric air conditioning systems, signaling continued attention on connected building tech. Meanwhile, threat actors are leaning hard on trust and familiarity. A typo-squatted site spoofing Microsoft activation scripts pushed PowerShell that drops the Cosmoli loader. On GitHub, repositories posing as proof-of-concept exploits are actually delivering web rat malware to the curious. And on macOS, researchers spotted a MacSync Stealer variant shipped as a digitally signed, notarized app that slips past Gatekeeper by masquerading as a messaging installer. Broadly, research roundups this week highlight stealth loaders, AI chatbot abuse, and even a Docker-related compromise. A pattern of attackers blending into the tools professionals use every day. On the enforcement and platform side, the FBI seized a domain and database used to warehouse stolen U.S. bank credentials from account takeover campaigns. Interpol's Operation Sentinel spanned 19 countries, netting 574 arrests and millions in recovered funds amid business email compromise, extortion, and ransomware activity. And looking to collaboration tools, Microsoft Teams will enable messaging safety by default in January, with new controls letting admins block external messages via the Defender portal. Impact on organizations. Identity edges remain a prime target, from SSL VPNs with legacy configurations to collaboration platforms where external messaging creates exposure. Self-hosted or unmanaged database deployments, notably MongoDB, face increased pressure to patch quickly. Facilities and retail operations with NVRs and operators of building systems and other ICS should note active exploitation and new advisories. Endpoint and developer ecosystems are also in scope, with malware hiding behind typo-squatted utilities and fake exploit repos, and signed apps eroding the Mac trust model. Looking ahead, watch for upticks in scanning and exploitation attempts against MongoDB and Fortinet VPN endpoints. And for agencies and contractors, the KEV listing drives remediation timelines on Digivir devices. Expect continued campaigns abusing social media and developer platforms during the holiday period. And note Microsoft's Teams safety defaults rolling out in January. What I'll be watching today: identity providers and VPN gateways for MFA bypass angles. Internet-exposed databases, cloud and developer ecosystems where fake POCs circulate, macOS fleets for notarized malware lures, and NVR ICS footprints tied to physical security. The takeaway: attackers aren't storming the gates, they're blending into trusted workflows. The pressure to address older configs and fast-moving patches is real, but the playbook remains steady. Protect identity seams and minimize implicit trust in the tools we rely on. That's it for today's edition of the Daily Cyber Brief. Thanks for listening. I'm Blair Blackwell. This podcast is for informational purposes only and is not cybersecurity, legal, or financial advice.